Warning, there are people pretending to be me in the comments. This is what a comment from me looks like. Notice that the name is spelled perfectly, and notice the border around the name. That's how you know it's from me. You can also click on my name to make sure you actually go to my channel to double check. And this is what a comment from an imposter will look like. It has weird characters in the name or comment, and it's usually going to ask you to add them on WhatsApp or Telegram. I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram, and I would never ask you to add me on there. All right, so please be careful, use your common sense, and now let's get back to the video. All right, everyone, I'm here with ChumpChangeXD, miner extraordinaire, and Red Fox Crypto, also miner extraordinaire. And I'm a guest here. I'm the guest on my own channel. We're doing the mining roundtable, episode 12. Is that right?
Sure.
Yes. Yeah, I think we're at 12. Yeah, Mike loses track real easy, so we got to keep him, level-headed most days.
So I'm filling in for Hobbyist Miner, who is usually the third person on this podcast, as he's away this week, and we reckoned we'd put it on my channel here to kind of give you guys something new to watch, and hopefully for those of you who are not yet subscribed to Mike or ChumpChange, Mike being Red Fox, then you can go subscribe to them, check them out, get to know them. But with that intro out of the way, let's just start talking, right? So first of all, what are you guys doing with mining right now? Have you picked up anything new recently? Any new GPUs or anything like that? ChumpChange, how about you?
New GPUs I have not. I just water blocked a couple 3090s on my channel, so that was one big thing I had going on. And then I actually am going to be submerging a 570 at some point in some mineral oil, so that's going to be an interesting week. Yeah, dude, that's on the plans for this week. So I have to probably the end of this week, probably after you're gonna post this Wednesday, so I assume I'll probably have it out by Friday. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a learning curve for sure, and I'm gonna make a total mess. I'm not looking forward to that. What about you, Mike?
Say, that's what I love about your channel. Sorry to cut you off, Mike, but like you get really down and dirty with like the DIY stuff of mining, and like I think that is something my viewers would really appreciate going over to your channel. So because that's what I love watching. Like this guy built his own grow tent out of like PVC pipe and like like cling film.
Yeah.
Like who thinks of that? And also, it turned out so good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was definitely different. I was like, you know what? Why not give it a shot? At the end of the day, I think it would have been cheaper just to purchase a grow tent, but it was still nice to show people that they can actually do it themselves.
But also, not everyone like might have access to purchase a grow tent just like that.
Right. That's another thing, because like I mean, I'm sure Amazon's most places, but realistically, I mean, getting something next day or when you need it is kind of tough in a lot of locations. So it's definitely helpful to be able to, go to the store and just pick up some stuff, throw it together, and call it a day. I mean, I went a little overboard on that, but now that I got the big grow tent and the whole new setup, it's working great. I love it. But Mike, what have you been up to? Any new things? You still buying 3090s? What's going on over there?
Not 30. I got the 3080 Ti for the Win 3 in. Another one of those because
Nice.
I had 5, so I wanted 6 just to make it even.
Odd numbers can't do it.
Yeah, so I got one of those in, and then I got a server case to pick up today from the post office. Figure out what I'm gonna put in there. It's a 12 GPU server case. So I think what I've been thinking about, since we had like that 70-degree day here on the East Coast, and my basement, my house is like almost hitting 90 degrees. So I'm just, me and you were talking about this chum change. Yeah, just like it's time for me to move some stuff out into the garage. So I'm waiting for all those supplies to come, but that's going to be probably the massive undertaking for the next like month or so, is cleaning the garage, running the electrical, running the 30 amps, probably gonna do it all in conduit. I wish that I did any of this stuff before I insulated and drywalled the garage, but here we are. So
that's always the way, man.
Oh
Again, hindsight's 2020,
Yeah, dude. And Hobbyist Miner's been telling me for like a year, he's like, dude, you're just gonna wind up in the garage, so just start doing that. Why are you messing around in the basement?
Right.
He was right.
So question for you, right? Your garage. So I don't know if you've seen Rondi in my Discord channel or in Misfit Mining Discord with Sebs and myself. He has a garage door that's like a hard cased screen, and it's got a door in the middle. You can lock it and everything. I mean, obviously, if someone wants to run through it, they probably could, but it's a screen. So he just shuts that in the the summer and exhausts like directly through the screen. It's just got the the nice air in. So it's kind of neat. So I think I'm going to do that this upcoming spring, or just have to build a shed. That's really the point I'm in. Sebs, what about you, man? You're going through some stuff over there, right? You getting set up to do changes?
I am doing a few changes, which I kind of realized that 3070 non-LHRs are just kind of going for normal prices here. And I've been sort of, like I'm picking them up around $750 to $800.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they're not more expensive than buying LHRs 3070s would be. So I've just been picking those up like used on Facebook Marketplace, because doing like being me and having my spreadsheets out and doing all of this kind of stuff, I've been looking a lot into what GPUs I feel are good. Obviously, that's like a lot of what my channel is about, is just testing GPUs. And I really like the 3070s for a few reasons. Mainly, it's a combination of like they have pretty good efficiency on pretty much any coin. So no matter what will happen after ETH 2.0, like the merge into proof of stake, they're gonna be pretty competitive no matter what coin you're looking at. They're also like a higher end current GPU, which mean they'll have better resale value in case everything just takes a crap and you have to sell your farm. And third reason is density. Like that is also something that gives you like a little bit more extra efficiency, because having like half the amount of rigs for the same hash rate, you're saving half of that, like 100 watts or so per rig that you're using. So I've just been kind of looking for deals on 3070 like non-LHR cards, and that's what I've been going for. I'm up to 10 of them now.
Nice.
Oh, damn. That's sick. So now are you completely selling all your cards and just going all 3070s, or is that know what I mean?
No, absolutely not. Like I still really like all of the cards I have. Like my the big brunt of my the big bulk of my farm is still my 1660 Supers and TIs, and I love those cards, and I mean that's what got me started, and they are still really good. They're pretty much as efficient on ETH as a 3070 is, more or less. So I have no problem with them there. I think the only reason I'm looking to 3070s now is post ETH. Like I can still be very like pretty competitive with 1660 Supers on like Ethereum Classic in terms of efficiency, but on other coins like Ravencoin or even Flux or coins like that, I think the 3070s are a better bet for me, just because I'm fortunate that I can pick those up for the prices that I can over here. I would not be doing this if they went for like over $1,000 each, because then it wouldn't be worth it. So anyway,
that hurts my feelings though, Sebs, because I definitely paid more than I should have for a lot of my cards.
Right, but you've also had them for longer, so you've been mining profitably on them for like much longer than I have.
Right.
Like I'm picking up cards now where like we there's still a possibility that like the merge rolls around in a couple of months, and then I only get like a good 2 to 3 months of mining ETH on these 3070s, while you've been mining ETH on them for like 8-9 months or something at least.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, where are we at? I'm just trying to think. My first 3070s were, I guess they're over a year old now, right? I think they're probably right, because
they're pretty close.
Yeah, I think they're over a year old. It's just crazy to think that those cards have been mining for that long. I was also I have 3070s are great, man. And Newegg's been dropping more open box full hash rate 3070s recently. So I'm trying to get some more from there, but people have been scooping those up. I think they go to like the manufacturer, and then once they're refurbished, they get sold through Newegg. So those GPUs exist. And then the other weird thing I saw was there is the Founders Edition cards usually drop like once a week over here in Best Buy in the US, and they
I was
didn't.
just gonna say that.
Right. And
Yep.
so like there's this, and ChumpChange you might know, but the rumor is because of the hack over at Nvidia, they're nervous releasing those cards because maybe there's something happened with the firmware on them.
Oh, weird. I didn't hear that. What I heard about Best Buy though is they're gonna be dropping cards at the stores either like first or last week of the months, and they're just not going to announce it. So if you want to go get them, feel free. Go check, see if they got them in stock, because they most likely will. So that's something I've heard anyways. So I'm gonna go give it a shot, probably the end of this month, just to see. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, $400 or whatever it is for a non-LHR 3070. You know what I mean? Like,
It's crazy.
why the hell wouldn't you try? Give it a shot.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
But I guess that's a good segue into the next question we kind of had. So, like, if you guys had like a $50,000 budget, right? What would you buy to mine? Would you just? I mean, I guess we kind of know what Sebs is thinking towards, like, more 3070s. But would you only go with 3070s, or would you kind of diversify with some AMD cards and stuff?
Am I up first?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So this is something that I have been actually thinking about recently. So the scenario in my mind is kind of like, okay, everything my farm gets broken into and everything gets stolen, and I get like 50K out of my insurance or something like that. Like,
Right.
what am I buying for that 50K? And I think, just like you say, there's definitely gonna be diversification going into it. And in terms of, like, I would definitely go for GPUs, and I would definitely try to get 3070s, like non-LHR 3070s, because I love them. But I think I would go in with a much more thought out plan than I did like this first time around, where I kind of I started out just picking up whatever graphics card I could on like Marketplace.
Right,
and I
you and
ended up with
everybody
like
else.
I ended up with a bunch of like 1060s and 1070s and like old kind of not great cards like that.
Right.
And I think I would definitely be planning it out more. Like, maybe I would go for one rig of 3070s, one rig of 1660s. I meant to say 6600 here, not 1660. And one rig of A2000s or something like that. Like, get a setup where it's like the 1660s, again, 6600, not 1660, all right? Are gonna perform really well on prog pow coins. The
Right.
A2000s are gonna perform really well on like ETH hash algorithm coins, because there's more than Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. There's also stuff like Ubic and is it called Vert coin or something like that? That's also pretty much ETH hash,
Yeah,
right?
I've heard of Vert, but I don't know anything about it.
It's an old school one.
Yeah, I knew it was older. I just don't know. I don't know if it's profitable. I really don't know anything about the project. It's just one of those coins I've heard about, and I don't know.
But then I'm also thinking, like, maybe you do a smart move of like getting one really good Bitcoin ASIC or something like that, because that is not gonna be messed with any merge or anything like that, because like Bitcoin is set in stone. Like, it's gonna be proof of work forever. There's not gonna be any changes on it forever. As we know, like, there's been forks of it, but the original Bitcoin is pretty much set in stone for how it works. So that might be a really safe sort of like long-term mining move to invest, because they're expensive. Like, good Bitcoin ASICs are obviously expensive, but I think that's the safest in terms of like stability, as much as you can say stability in the same sentence as cryptocurrency. But then something else I've also thought about is like, would I go all out Octominers? this time around, or would I
Yeah.
do open air rigs? Because the Octominers are nice.
Dude,
Like
I think we're all on that same page. Like,
they are so
seriously.
nice. The only thing, like my only reason I wouldn't do it is because of YouTube. There is just something about having
yeah.
like
Right.
cool open air rigs in the background as you're filming. And
No,
I
you're right.
know
You're
that is
100%.
so stupid, and like, why would I do that? But I think it's just like, and you can like film little clips of the GPUs with all the RGB and stuff going on, and
Right.
I don't know, like, you just wouldn't get that in a room full of Octominers. It would just be a wall of fans, and that's
Yeah,
it. Like,
like
it's not as
looking
fun.
inside my grow tent, right? You open it up, like, just do B-roll of it or something. It just looks amazing because it's a bunch of cards, bunch of rigs, like you can see everything. And then I got the Octominers over on the left. I can see a little bit of RGB thrown up through the back, but that's about it. You can't tell what's in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get that. Stability though, the Octominers just kill it. And I mean, that's just really any server case in general are going to be a good decision in the long run, especially for the newer 30 series cards. I mean, at least in my opinion. But yeah, no, I totally agree with that, Sebs. That's definitely a hard choice. Where would you start? I mean, also being an all-in-one unit, all you need is GPUs. You just slap them in, plug them in, done. Like it's got everything.
Exactly.
HiveOS is probably already loaded on the thing, I believe, right? On the
yeah.
so it's like literally it's a plug and play. That's it. But Mike, what about you? If you had the 50K budget, what would you do? Would you just go ASICs? Would you buy GPUs still? I mean, I know you're addicted and like a whole nother level, but
yeah.
what would you do? FPGAs? I know you're into that stuff too.
I was doing some math just to put some numbers on this. So 50K roughly gets you about a little over 100 6600s. But then the funny math is that only gets you like 20 3090s. So just because of that wild price difference, ASIC would be really fun, but you have to like get it on the initial batch. Otherwise, you're just not going to make your money back before that thing becomes like a doorstop, because there's just newer, more efficient ASICs released so fast.
Right.
So 6600s are not going to have great resale value, just like that ASIC down the road. Whereas the 3090s, I think, would, though not as efficient. So I probably want to doing what I'm really doing now is a mix of both. 6600s and 3090s is probably where I would go. I'd probably stay GPUs. The risk factor, I think, is just not is less risky than doing ASICs or FPGAs or any of that stuff. And then as Seb was talking, I was thinking like, what would I put these in? And it's just 100% server cases. I think what I would do is just stand them up and take the lid off so they still look good in the videos. It would probably be messing up the airflow, but I think that's probably what I would do. What about you, ChumpChange?
Yeah, so I was actually talking with Rondi, and we kind of went over a few things, right? So again, the Octominers that's definitely a good decision. The 6600 XTs, right? So they get roughly around 17, 18 mega hash at like 80 watts or something.
On Raven?
On Ravencoin. So it's really it's pretty on par with other cards, and it's the fact is that they don't get like crazy hot mining Ethereum. I understand you need more room to have more of those cards. And I'm not really an AMD guy overall. I like NVIDIA, and I have a whole bunch of NVIDIA cards. Like that's just what I've always purchased. But the price versus like anything else, the 6600s like pretty much just beat out everything minus the founders editions that you can get at Best Buy. So I would just go balls to the wall on probably a mix of the founders editions and the 6600 XDs, or the 6600s in general. They're those three cards. Like I would just diversify between them. I could do open air or Octominers. It would not matter, only because they don't get super hot. I mean, Octominers probably for the 3070s, but 6600s open air frames, mine doesn't get hot at all. You know what I mean? It's pretty well cooled, and that's just with the like an 8 set of fans on the back, and that's it. But I mean, that's really it.
What do you think Hobbyist Miner would buy with that money?
R390s, is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Oh, we'd be razzing him so hard right now. Any used card he could get. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the answer.
As long as it's 10 years old, he would buy it.
Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Man. All right. I guess we should go on to the next thing. Sorry, hobbyist, if you're listening. All right. Now
He's not listening.
There's no way he would listen. He's listening to this.
By the way,
so
he's in
knows.
Vegas right now, and he should probably be enjoying himself. So I'm hoping that's what he's doing. Congratulations to him, by the way. He just hit 50K.
Yeah, he hit 50K, and he took himself out to Vegas. Isn't that crazy?
Insane. Good for him, man. Good for him. I'll be there someday in like another 5 years. Did you guys notice over in HiveOS that Gminer just let out the memory temps now?
I did
do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah,
someone mentioned me on Discord about it. So yes, I did see that.
Yeah, somebody shouted out I think it was in my live stream maybe last night. Somebody shouted out in the chat. Yeah, so I took the time to update all the rigs, but I haven't moved any of the flight sheets over to Gminer. But I'm very curious to see what the Octominer 3090 temps are on the VRAM, because everybody's been asking how those are doing in there.
You should check out my short, Mike, because I have one.
I checked it out.
So inside you could see there is a 3090 on that. I'll have to look. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's in an Octominer X12. That is Rondi's rig.
And you can it doesn't come up in the HiveOS dashboard yet, right? You just got to go look at the miner's output.
Yeah, I think you got a Hive shell in. Yeah, as far as I know. It's kind of strange though. So like, do you know any like logic behind how or why only Gminer's done it and why this hasn't happened before? Like, is there any thing? I have no idea.
All I've ever heard is that it's like NVIDIA didn't release whatever they needed to driver wise for Linux. And then all of a sudden we had it with what was that? MMPOS I did a video on, had it. And then everybody was kind of like, oh, it's around the same time that NVIDIA got hacked. So that's curious. So and then obviously Gminer probably just figured out whatever MMPOS did and incorporated it into there, and I'm sure T-Rex and everybody else will follow. It's interesting that Gminer was first, because I don't think that's the most widely used mining miner out there. And now I think it's just a matter of time for HiveOS team to just pull whatever everybody else did and get it in the dashboard so we can all see it. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't hold your breath on that happening soon, though.
Right.
The HiveOS team mostly lives in the Ukraine. So.
Yeah. They're going through a whole bunch of stuff over there, as we all know. That's it'll definitely be interesting. Go ahead. Sorry, Sebs.
I wanted to bring up that like HiveOS, there's actually two ways to view memory temperatures in HiveOS now for GDDR6X memory. So there's the Gminer that you said, but then I also found DJ Minds made a video of how you can kind of like, I don't know, I didn't pay full attention to this video, I'm going to be honest.
Sorry, DJ Minds.
Yeah, sorry. But it seemed to be that you can import a tool from MMPOS into HiveOS.
Yeah.
So we've gone from no memory temps in HiveOS ever to two ways of viewing them within like a week or something.
Right.
So I just found that interesting how there's all of a sudden multiple ways of doing it after nothing for years.
I saw the same thing. I think DJ Minds, he must have watched the same video I watched. It was just like not really a big YouTuber, a new guy. I can't remember his name, but I saw that he dropped that video and I was like, I don't know if that's legit. It kind of seems weird. And then DJ Minds and a couple other people actually did it, and I was like, oh, apparently it was legit.
But I'm going to shout his channel out. It's Dandy Works. He only has 3 videos up. But I watched all 3, and he actually seems to put...
He's a smart guy.
Yeah, smart guy. He puts proper effort into his videos.
Right.
So shout out to Dandy Works on YouTube. Go check him out.
Yep. I subscribed, just so you know, buddy. But yeah, the video was cool. I just wasn't sure if... I was like, I don't know. I'm going to wait for somebody else to do it, just because I'm not really that technical when it gets into like doing any type of, you know, addition, add-on stuff. I don't know. I don't want to screw something up because that would probably be my luck. So I'll save that stuff for Sebs over there on his channel.
Yeah, I was the same way because I was just like, is it like a downloadable package you got to download? And then like I was like, I'll wait for the official stuff. I don't want to risk any security measures on my end just to get this shown when I know it'll be there eventually, you know?
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like detrimental that I needed to know my cards are thermal throttling and I couldn't like, you know, pay attention to the memory and I needed to know, I would have definitely went the extra mile to figure it out. But it's yeah, it wasn't that. I guess I didn't need it that bad to
Yeah. You lived
know,
without it
do
for
it.
so long, so
Right, right. It never mattered up until right now. So
Yeah.
oh man. But yeah, so Sebs, are you on HiveOS now? Are you breaking up with Windows? What the hell's going on there?
Man, yeah, I know, and
I know
the
it's a
funny
sore
thing
subject.
is, like only like a month or something ago, I made a video of like why I'm not on HiveOS, meh, 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 meh. And you know,
Right.
and like now, not even a month later or something, I'm like, I gotta make the switch, dude. But I think what happened is I just hit that point of is like I need to be able to manage my rigs better because having one or two rigs, it's no, and they're in your house, right? There's no problem just walking over to them, fixing whatever you need. But like, I'm at 8 rigs now, and I have no way of remoting into them. Like, I haven't figured that out in Windows. That seems boring. So like, whenever I need to fix something, I have to lug this big monitor and like a keyboard and a mouse and like actually plug into it and like do stuff. And it's just something like I wanted to switch all my rigs to dual mine Ethereum and Alephium. And it's like just going around doing that on 8 rigs, it was just such a hassle. And then I obviously have the Octominer, which has HiveOS on it, and it took like I could do that from bed on my phone, you know?
Right, right.
And I think that just made me realize that no, yeah, HiveOS is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I have a question. How are you monitoring your rigs if one of them was gonna go offline? Would you just like look at the pool all the time and get like alert off that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
damn,
isn't
that must have been
optimal
awful.
because then you know that it's been off for at least like 20 minutes when you see it.
Right, because it takes a bit to catch up.
Yeah.
Damn, that's brutal. I think at some point, like everybody or every miner, once you get to a certain point of like past 1 or 2 rigs, it's so clutch to have everything on an app where you could just monitor every rig. You could see if it's too hot, like on a rig, you know, a little fire emoji that is
Yeah, I
like,
hate that.
yeah, it's the worst. But you know what? It's honestly, I would be sad if I didn't have those once in a while because you need to know that it's, you know, really doing what it's meant to do. And just the ease of being able to overclock, change flight sheets, you know, like you just said, dual mining Lithium and Ethereum. It's just super simple, man. Super simple.
You know what icon I hate more than the fire one is the Z's, like the sleep one. You get
Oh,
that?
dude, I started
like,
getting those lately.
Yeah, I'm like on my 12 card 3070 rigs, like all of a sudden 2 of them are taking a nap. I don't know why.
Like, why?
I'm
Why
like,
are you
God,
sleeping?
wake up, let's go.
2 of them are taking a nap.
I have to restart the miner. It just happened again this morning. That's that one. I'm like, why did you just decide to just chill out for a little bit?
That happened to me too. I actually did have to restart a rig like right before we started this because same. I saw 2 of them, or like it was. I think it was like 6. It was like half the rig was sleeping. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
They're like, we mind a lot. We're gonna take a little rest here, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to say that I'm to my audience. I'm not gonna stop making Windows videos though, because I absolutely understand that most of you, because I've done polls on this before on my channel, and most of you are, I hate saying the word smaller miners because there's nothing small about it.
Right,
like if you're mining, you're mining, and you're a real miner. So I hate, like, it sounds demeaning to say smaller miner, but like
absolutely.
you are miners with maybe just 1 or 2 cards mining in a PC case. Like that makes up for most of my audience, and I understand that. And you are the kind of people that I'm making content for, ultimately, anyway. And
Right.
I'm very aware of that. I'm not turning into a HiveOS channel. What I'm probably gonna do is both. I'm just gonna like if I show how to mine a new coin or whatever, I'm probably gonna show how to do it in both Windows and HiveOS going forward. So I just wanted to reassure my audience watching, who might be using Windows, that no, don't worry, I'm not becoming like
Right. Not a
ChumpChangeXD
total
or whatever.
sellout. Not a total
No,
sellout.
I'm still sticking
Like
to
me, I
what I
guess.
believe in here. But
No,
yeah.
I get it. That's no, it makes total sense, because yeah, that's very true, and it's a very good point you bring up. A lot of things, even for myself, like the computer I'm on, the 3090s, I don't have those running in HiveOS. I do that strictly on Windows. They're used to game, they're used to mine when they're not gaming, but it's I like having the option to still mess around with Windows and dabble a little bit with, like, downloading the files from GitHub and all that stuff. And it's just neat. It's neat to test things out when it comes to like what you can like overclock inside T-Rex, like the core clock, absolute clock, stuff like that. Like, it's just neat to be able to mess around like that, as well as, the stuff that you don't need to touch is in Hive. It's just, that's just there. But new cards, totally fun to play with, and then throw them into Hive. It's I totally get it.
I would
Totally
say
get it.
the only other thing I would add is AMD is just so much better in HiveOS than Windows.
Oh my god,
That's how I
Yeah.
got HiveOS to begin with my first AMD rig, and I'm sitting there trying it in Windows, and you have to use what's that more power tool to like unlock the some of the stuff, and I'm like, this sucks. And I spent like days and days and days and days with like my first 5700, and I was like, let me
Yeah.
try this HiveOS thing, and it's like 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I'm done. That was easy.
Yeah, dude, I agree. I remember that with my 5700 too. Same thing. I had both of them in my main PC at one point, the Sapphire Nitros or whatever, and they didn't like it, man. They just did not like Windows. I couldn't do it. Like, I had to take them out. I'm like, nope, going back to NVIDIA in my PC. That's just what's happening. I just can't.
Do you still have
But,
them, the 5700s?
Yeah, I do. I actually have I have 4 of them. So I have
Yeah.
3 Sapphire Nitros, and then I have 1 of those mechs. That's like the only
Yeah, I
one I
have one of
really
those
don't
too.
care about.
Yeah, it's probably on fire right now.
Yeah, 100% on fire. It's definitely, it's either that or it's sleeping, one or the other.
That was like the first cards that had that I can remember absolutely awful memory thermal pads inside them. Like before 30 series, those 5700 mechs were just brutal, and I never replaced the pads on one, and it's just easy, like 100C on the memory all the time, crashes 4 times a day. I'm just like, whatever, dude, just burn yourself into the ground.
Right.
GDDR6X either, right? Or is it?
It's, what is it? I don't remember. It's not 6X for sure.
I think it's just 6 without the X, maybe.
Is it either 6 or it must be 6 or 5?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. The 1080s and 1080 Ti's were like 5X.
Yeah.
Here are 5X, so they must be 6. I don't know. Somebody's listening to this screaming at us right now because they know the answer.
Leave in the comments if you know, because I'm sure we'll all go look after this. But yeah, I'm honestly not sure. All right, what else we got? So, do you guys I mean, you don't have anything exciting coming up per se besides like anything like,
well,
this
hang
week
on.
that you're actually.
First of all, what's up with you, ChumpChange?
Damn it, I was hoping no one was going to ask.
Yeah, there's something different.
Yeah, so I'm actually, without the mask on, it's time. I don't know. I've never been one to be like on camera, center of attention type deal, and I was like, you know what, we're doing this week on Seb's channel, and I'm doing it. I'm just taking it off. So the mask is off. The mask will stay off. It's just I guess I needed to get over that initial the jump. It's yeah, I don't know. I just, again, like I said, I'm just not a camera guy. It's not me. But I guess now it is.
This is a big day for me because I've now influenced both Hobbyist Miner and ChumpChange in some way to show their faces. So Achievement unlocked. I'm really proud of myself for this moment. So
yeah, he was razzing me for a bit to do it.
Well done, Mike.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I'm convinced that he was one of the guys in the comments who just kept making fake YouTube channels
You're right.
and, you know, saying stuff about my mask and really hurting my feelings, you know. No, but yeah, teeth aren't all jacked up. I really wasn't hiding nothing. It just I don't know. Again, just kind of stay anonymous a little bit, but not anymore. So that's
sub count is going to go through the roof. He's going to have like 99% female viewership. Like that's it, man.
Well, the shirt's staying on, Mike. The shirt's staying on. I don't think the wife will like that much.
I think just because you would always wear the black mask, I always thought you would have like a full beard underneath. I don't know why, but it's just because that's what it looks like. Kind of on your
got a chin strap over there.
Yeah, just the strap. That's it. That's it. Not man, it gets too itchy. Gets too itchy. I don't know, like Mike, that right there, that stage. Can't do it, man. That you too, Seb. Same thing. Itchy as hell. I don't know how you guys do it. I can't. Gotta be short.
We should all do straight up mustaches for one of these.
Oh yeah.
What is it? They do like a Movember? Is that a thing? Right?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do that. So.
Oh man,
we're signed up now.
I look so horrible. I look so horrible. Man. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys so Sebs, do you have anything big coming up? Any new stuff that you're thinking about doing in the next upcoming days, or
any new spreadsheets you're thinking about putting together? What do you got over there?
New spreadsheets. Are you kidding me? I got spreadsheets coming out the wazoo over here. But yeah, I have a lot of cool things that I've been sort of coming up. One thing I've been looking at recently is actually solar, like solar panels and power rig with that. Kind of just me being me, more than the practical of like building it. I'll leave that to ChumpChange. What I want to get into
think alike.
Yeah, like what I want to get into is like, what is the actual math? Like, how long would it take to break even? And is that investment worth it over just spending that money on GPUs? And what is the actual, so like what are the numbers behind you get the panels and they cost this much and then they produce how much electricity over the span of how many years? Sort of just like, what does that picture actually look like? So I will definitely have something coming out about that soon. Then I'm also determined, I'm also determined to figure out AMD overclocking in Windows, because my my NVIDIA overclocking video seemed to have been like really appreciated. So I'm really wanting to figure out in the same way, sort of like a step-by-step process of like tweak this like this, then tweak this like this, and then this, like no matter what coin, no matter what card. Problem is, that is a lot more complicated with AMD.
Oh my god, dude.
Brutal. Like, you know, you look at NVIDIA cards, you're like, oh, negative 200 on the, the core. It's like, it's never that simple with AMD. It's just never.
Dude, and I too, there's really no good resources I could find. When I was really trying to tweak the 6600s, I'm like, what's SoC frequency? Like, what's this? Yep. And I'm like, can anybody, I put on my Discord too, like, can anybody teach me AMD? Just somebody teach me this, because there's nothing out there that really explains it well. Oh man, so Seb, if you do that.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you put a question out like that, the answer is always, I just use the presets in HiveOS.
Yeah.
Right, because that's what people just...
I never use those, by the way, ever.
Right.
I never use the presets.
No.
Yeah, I never have either. But a lot of people, I've seen it, I've looked at them. I've just never actually used them. But I mean, they have some pretty decent templates inside there. It's really not bad. And then you can see, which is cool, like you can see how many people are using them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like reassuring in a sense.
I look at some though, and I'm like, there's a lot of people using that one, and it's terrible.
Right. That is another thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that comes to, they look at the highest one. And if there's two people on this one and one person on this one, they're going to click this one, and then everybody else is going to click it. So you're just screwed. That's just how it goes.
That has 3 ones, and then
right.
Right.
Oh, this one must be better,
Yeah.
Real quick on that solar panel stuff. So this is a channel I just put in the Discord so you guys could see. But if somebody wants to, put one of those tabs at the top of this guy, it's DIY Solar with Will Prowse, I think, or I think it's how you say his last name. But he has some ASIC miners, and I know he runs them on solar. This dude's like Seb's brilliant. All right, so if you guys are into solar, this guy is the guy. He's got like 500,000 subs. Like he's a good dude. But yeah, he knows his stuff about solar. So I did purchase like a couple Battleborn batteries, lithium ion. I got a couple solar panels. I got like 600 watts or whatever it is for 6 panels, like 100 each. And then I did get a grow watt inverter so I could start dabbling with this to see how it goes with like a CPU miner. But it's been sitting in my garage for about 2 months and I just don't have time. I don't have time to dive into it. Like, that's the problem.
You know what's so funny about this ChumpChange? This is exactly our channels. Like you will just buy it and start doing it and then see what happens. And I will just make 9 spreadsheets about it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna burn something or ruin something, so I'm I don't want to do that. But dude, how else am I gonna learn? And honestly, I do it because it's like I enjoy doing it, and I'm usually pretty handy. So I'm like, all right, I can kind of figure out a lot of hands-on stuff, and I would rather share my mistakes with you guys than have you know what I mean? Just have you guys do it, and then you guys route the money. Just let me burn my money. I guess it's easier, for everyone. So just is what it is. But
I'm thinking about you running that card in the mineral oil in the fish tank off of solar. You should make that happen. Make that happen.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
Your homemade grow tent.
That
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, I have that thing in the trailer. Like I have a trailer that I had for work, and I just emptied it out completely, and I just have all of my stuff that I don't use for mining in there, like all the equipment, extra wires, everything. I have that grow tent way in the corner, just like chilling because I can't bring myself to cutting it up. I'm like, that thing costs way too much money to cut it up. But maybe I'll use it again. That'd be neat.
Oh, 100%.
And one thing about the mask coming off, I've been so jealous of you guys drinking stuff on stream. And it's like, I'm like dying under this thing, and I could never take a drink of anything. I just have to stare at it right there until after the stream. It was torture the whole time. So that's it's very exciting. I figured that would get Mike.
That's so funny, dude.
Oh man. But
as for just things coming up, I've also made an Instagram account, a YouTube short channel, and a TikTok. So
you made a YouTube short channel too?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Good for you.
Well, I haven't posted anything yet, so let's not congratulate ourselves.
No. It's I guess it's just a different thing to be able to, dabble in 2 different sections.
Yeah.
So
this is just me trying to, like, I want to always keep trying new things and growing in different ways and trying to like find a new audience and find where to say help, but like teach new people that might be willing to learn about mining. And I think trying different types of content is part of that. So I wanted to give sort of like short is that called? No, not short form content.
There you go. Yeah.
I go. So that is basically, I think, what I've got coming up in the near future for me. But how about you, Mike?
Well, I'm going to take one of these for Instagram right now. So there we go. Took a nice picture for the gram. Give everybody a preview. And if
you're gonna blur my face out so you can't ruin the reveal. Damn it,
he wanted the exclusive before me. That's why.
Don't worry, dude. All 225 followers I have, they're gonna go nuts. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't have an Instagram, so damn it. No, actually, I think I do. I just don't know how to use it. Oh my gosh, that's great.
And if you figure out TikTok, please let me know, because I don't know what I'm doing on there.
Just since we're on that right now, let me bring it up real quick, because I posted one crappy, just like I shot a 10-second thing of one of my rigs, and I put like, this rig makes me $250 a month, and that was basically it.
On TikTok or on Instagram?
On TikTok, yeah. And on my new account with two followers, and it is at, hold on just 1 second, please. 371 views.
Damn.
And
Damn.
that's 12 hours ago I posted that or something.
I feel like we're a bunch of old guys trying to
Yeah.
get into
Let me
the
see.
cool hip TikTok
Right,
stuff.
right. Yeah,
I
we're gonna
feel
be
like the
cool with
oldest
young kids,
person.
right? So let me see. I have a TikTok as well, right? And let me see. So oh geez. So that fan popping, I don't know if you guys saw that short, right? The Zotac fan flew out at me while I was in the grow tent.
Yeah.
I have 7,150 like views on that video, and I posted it last night
On TikTok.
on TikTok. Like insane. I don't even understand how TikTok works though. Like, do people get paid from it? Like, how does
Yeah,
that work?
they do.
Like,
I feel like DJ Minds is going to teach us because he's going to figure
dude,
it out.
that guy, I love DJ Mind because he's like
He's out of his mind.
He's like the less filtered version of myself, and he's funny as hell. Like it's just he's just a riot to watch, and you can just tell he's a Twitch streamer. Like that's how he was. He's just like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Just he got all the friggin' buttons on his, you know, his Go XLR or whatever. Man, the good dude's a riot. He is an absolute riot. But yeah, Sebs, let me know what you think of that, because that's the first time I actually looked at the views. I can't believe I got that many views in that video. A lot of my other ones really don't have many, it's a couple hundred, but
Yeah,
that's
but
interesting.
Still, though, I
That's
feel like
weird.
the view to like follower ratio is so good on TikTok.
Hmm.
Like you're getting
It is.
like
It's much better.
7,000 views and you have 150 followers.
Right.
Like
right.
that is so flipped versus YouTube, where
Oh, yeah.
you extremely rarely get more views than you have subs on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. So what you need to do, like in TikTok, that I've noticed anyways, is make sure you put tags in. Make sure you hashtag everything. Like you don't even need a friggin' title, because realistically, it's people in the group or category that they want to search, and they're just all day. Like I literally, the first time I got on TikTok, right, I'm sitting in bed and I'm like looking at my phone, right, and I just for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking, and I'm like, it's 2 a.m. Still going, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I need to go to bed. Like, why am I watching this stupid stuff? I don't even know why that guy just jumped off that cliff and hit a wall. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea. I'm just watching dumb stuff on TikTok, but it's funny. It like entertains you, you know? But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes, I guess. I don't know how it's gonna like drive people to YouTube. I mean, hopefully it does. Hopefully people get like, you know, recognize us and stuff, but who knows? Who knows?
Only other thing I
find out.
started this week, and I'm still learning, is making a website. Figured maybe it'll drive some more traffic, show up in the Google search engine optimization. So I'm struggling learning how to do that.
Yeah, I think that's something that Mining Chamber does really well.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually a good I guess segue to kind of I don't know if he's gonna kill me or not, but we'll see. So we have a site coming up for Misfit Mining, Sebs. So it's gonna actually be very appealing to you, and Red Fox will be featuring all you guys in it. Obviously, we'll talk about this at a later date, but it's a overclocking database where you can input all of your own overclocks. We have a whole bunch in there. We just more or less strip, like, you know, like how Panda has his Excel spreadsheet, strip that, throw it all in there, and it's all categorized, like, so you guys can go through and just check it out. It's like very simple to read, and it's also going to be like a mining only type of like community, like Facebook almost, but it's for mining only. And it's going to be extremely interesting. It's going to have like news and all this other stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. There's a couple guys in Discord. I'm not going to mention who's, because I don't want them to get bombarded. But they are like website masters, and they're going to be. They've been working on this for like months at this point. And I was just I was revealed the whole overall project yesterday, and I was like blown away. I was totally stunned.
I'm getting too exclusive on this.
Dude, it's crazy. So we'll see. It'll be very neat, and I think it'll be very helpful for all of us and all of our channels. So
yeah, cool. Man, that's awesome. Because I was thinking about that stuff. We're pretty much live by like what to mine or spreadsheets shared or stuff in Discord, and I was just like, I don't have the skill to do it. But I was like, man, I wish there was a website like by one of the people in this community that was like just a one-stop shop for all of that stuff and was like consistently updated. I think it is much needed. So that is awesome, dude. I think that's going to do really, really well.
It's gonna be great. So like, I mean, for the people that don't know on Seb's channel, because obviously you're gonna be posting this. So Misfit Mining, when I came up with it, like the overall concept, I always wanted to cater to new people that didn't have any idea what they were doing, because realistically, when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. At the end of the day, like I'm a plumber by trade. I've never been a computer guy. I've never done any type of just anything on a computer. I didn't even know how, like I would give it to my buddy and be like, hey, can you figure out why this thing's not working? Because I can't figure it out. So that's how I was until like the whole pandemic happened and I stayed home just trying to figure stuff out. And then, I was already investing in cryptocurrency and I figured out you can mine it. And then I was just, done. It was like the hottest drug available. And I just stayed home in my room and just looked up this stuff. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, but yeah. So that's why this whole Misfit Mining Discord came about. That's why there's like so many people in there that are willing to help. And it's crazy. It blows my mind to see where it like got to at this point. And this whole website thing is just, it's going to bring it to like the next level for everybody. And it's going to be huge. So stay tuned.
Nice.
Yeah. That is really exciting. I can't wait to see.
Yeah. After this, Sebs, I'll give you a little sneak peek.
Oh, yes, please. What do you have coming up on the channel there, ChumpChange?
So really just doing that whole mineral oil thing like we already talked about a little bit. What else do I have? I'm going to get myself into some stuff. I know actually later on today I'm going to be posting for those of you guys, this is Monday, so this video is coming out on Wednesday, so it's going to be 2 days prior. I posted a video of changing all of my Zotac fans to the 120 millimeter fans, and I removed the shrouds on the white GPUs because it was yeah, I don't know, just go watch my short, you'll see it. But it's crazy. So it's working good. The only thing I could say about that, because I really didn't mention it too much in the video, if you're going to change out these fans for 120 millimeters, you can't dual mine unless you get like high CFM fans. So I had a lithium and Ethereum mining together, obviously, and the temperatures were like just skyrocketing. So the GPU risers fans, they're only like X amount of CFM. I think it's like 30 or something. They're really not strong. I mean, they work good on a regular rig, but they don't work good face on a GPU because you can't, temperature throttle them. So I changed it to just Ethereum, and the temperatures leveled out. So I'm super excited about that. At least, I could bring that to light for some people that are thinking about it.
I don't want to spoil too much for your video, but is it a whole new heat sink, or is it just sort of like a thing to mount like regular 120 millimeter fans on the existing heatsink?
Yeah, so it's a 3D printed bracket that somebody actually created and put on Thingiverse. So I'm gonna actually link that down in the description of that video if anybody wants it. You just unscrew the fans, unscrew the heat sink, and the brackets that you print have the spots where the screws go for the actual whole shroud, and it just screws right into it, and that's it, man. You just screw it like onto it through the fans. It's pretty neat. Right. It's pretty neat. So you guys will check it out. It'll be cool.
Is there any data? I was just curious on that topic. Is there any data for what like the GPU fan stock, I guess like CFM would be versus like, does that data exist versus putting an aftermarket like the GPU risers or another fan on there? Because you're saying like it won't.
I don't think so.
It doesn't cool it as well as the stock ones would, right?
Right.
So I'm curious about if that data exists anywhere.
I'm wondering if it's got to do with the CFM of the fan or like the engineering of the actual shroud that can like kind of like direct the airflow. Because I'm sure there is engineering going on there with, well, maybe not so much with the Zotacs. The
Zotacs got to just be off the chart CFM because they're freaking spinning right out of the thing. So. I mean, what else do you say? I mean, so I put 2 sets of fans on, like white ones, and then I put like a higher CFM one on the top. They're RGB. They have a low and a high setting. So the high setting actually cooled the cards a lot better during the dual mining, but I really didn't dive into that too much. I might do that for a later video, actually. It's kind of a good idea. So I guess we'll see. Yeah. But Man, I think we're just about at the hour mark. Sebs, do you want to wrap this thing up?
Yes,
Wrap it
so
up.
that went so quick.
Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts, right?
Yeah. I guess we're at an hour already. All right. Thank you guys so much for having me on your show on my channel.
Thanks for having
guys,
us, man.
Thanks for watching. Please go check out ChumpChange and Mike Red Fox's channels. Subscribe to them. Maybe go check out Hobbyist Miner too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
If you have time, nothing better to do, go check out DJ Minds for sure.
Absolutely.
And, I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah.
Take care.
See you soon. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.